when I started my company, Pooja Mishra Productions, back in 2012. This was one of the first shows that I've made. And personally, it's my favorite because it's really funny and sexy. And it's talking about some serious issues that we all face, but we don't want to talk about because they're considered uncool. So I, Pooja Mishra, take the privilege to talk about all the things uncool on my web series, Love Sutra. So actually I was writing my biography, which I'm going to be releasing shortly, this year itself, called What's in a Name? Everything. You weren't born to be mediocre. So I got a call from Hungama and they wanted some content from my production house. I told them to breeze through my library of content and they like Love Sutra and I'm like, oh, that's my favorite too. So we decided to make some more episodes of it and it's already aired on Hungama Play app and it's been trending. And I've got some fabulous response from people. They really liked it and they feel you're really, they keep calling me and they told me this, that we feel you're really intelligent, that you're talking about such heavy issues, but in such a fun and light-hearted manner that it becomes digestible for people, otherwise they can't handle it. So I'm like, yeah, and that's the best part of it. And so we did this first episode on sexual oppression. Now that is an issue we all face, right? But nobody wants to talk about it. It's so uncool. Why should I tell the world I've been a nun? Well, you know what? I've been a nun and I'm time and again forced to be one. But I want to talk about it. And that's what it is. That there's a very sexy lady who's been forced to be a nun for the longest time in her life. And in the first episode, she's stripping from being a nun into this lady clad in a bikini. And everybody's loved it. They're like, this is awesome. When you're talking about sexual oppression, just the visuals take us there. So, I mean, even if I'm not listening to your dialogues, I'm just feeling you. So that I've got that a lot. I've got people calling me and telling me, I feel you. I'm with you. I can relate to you. I've been through that. But I didn't speak up about it. And I see you as an idol because you're speaking up about the issues even I've faced. So that's really my salary, my remuneration, the satisfaction and contentment I get to have slogged so hard to put the show together. And thank you guys for all the appreciation and keep the love coming because it gives us more energy to make better content. I think any ordinary average Joe would have broken down by now, very honestly. But I just refused to give up. And I took it in my stride. And, they say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. They even tried to kill me, in fact, but they couldn't. So there you go. I'm a strong girl made up of asbestos. And that's why I think so many film fraternity families are so threatened of me, that they live a life of being Pooja Mishra's clone for I don't know how many years now. 8 years? 8 to 10 years now? So I would imagine I am exemplary and quite an icon there for them to live as a duplicate of Pooja Mishra for so long, hoping to not be found out. Well, you got to read my biography, which is coming out anytime this month, as well as see my Bollywood film, which is going to be coming out next year, called Judd, to really realize what people are. Because, on top, it's all very fluffy and glossy, and I'm a star kid, and I belong in the A-list, and I'll never let you get there. But then, when we really dig in deeper, we see how hollow they are and how filled with worms they are. And I don't think we'd even bother to buy tickets to go watch the film, the next film, really. Because when you realize, just for that stardom, just for that picture to be published on the cover, you're going to do such mighty, sad things, then I think the audience doesn't want to grant you that stardom because you really don't deserve it.
You have a contestant of the Bigg Boss and you see all the melodramas happening over there, there's so much complexity. So what do you have to say? Does it preferable to be a part of Bigg Boss and when you come out of Bigg Boss, does life change for any contestant as such?
No, I would say that when I was a part of Bigg Boss, my life was really tough there. And for me to have survived there for 2 months, I have to thank all the people out there who voted for me and really stood by me. I want to really say, love you all, because it was very tough for me. Firstly, before I entered the house only, there was a lot of politics going on, Already it was all pre-planned. So it was like I was walking into a spider's web, and you know what? I said no to Survivor, which was coming on Star Plus around the same time, and I said yes to Bigg Boss. I refused Survivor because of Bigg Boss, and little did I know I was walking into a spider's web, which I did, and I survived. So it's okay. That's because I'm not ordinary. I'm extraordinary to have survived death attempts, ankle being broken, eardrum being broken, hand being broken, defamed for no rhyme or reason because I'm better than them, money being swallowed up by technicians for no rhyme or reason, people barging into my house when my father's admitted in the ICU, and deleting Love Sutra's content from my hard disk. I mean, whoa! Does it get any uglier and more insecure? And we're going to sit there and pretend nothing ever happened? Well, you know what? I don't want to know those people in Bollywood who would do that. And the people who have the guts, are chivalrous enough to speak up about it, are the ones I want to stick by. Because, you know, it's the weak that flow with the current. It's the strong that have the guts to stand up against it. And I've always been the strong one. And if that threatens some families in Bollywood, I'm sorry, but it's too late for me to change.
And what's planning for the future? Anything you're coming with?
Yes. Well, there are a lot of verticals that we are in the middle of. So, Love Sutra was our first project. After that is my biography, What's in a Name? Everything. You weren't born to be mediocre, and that applies to all of us, including me. And after my biography is my music video, which you guys might be knowing. It's been in the pipeline forever. Why isn't it coming out? Have you ever wondered? Because certain film industry families are very threatened and insecure about the lyrics, apparently. But that's not going to stop me. Are they funding it? They're not. It's my money. It's my project. I do as I please because we live in a democratic country. And it's just a song, not Padmavati. Padmavati is coming out next year, by the way. My version of Padmavati. So yeah, so then comes the music video, Hotter Than You. With that, I launched my limited edition customized perfume range, also called Hotter Than You. And after that is going to be my film, my Bollywood mainstream feature film called Jad, which is, I think, redemption of the nun. The final redemption, the final countdown, and I'm so looking forward to it. We go on floor next year, and I hope to release it next year as well. And I just want everybody's blessings, although all I'm going to get is a lot of insecurity and uncalled for competition. But the movie is going to be made and going to be released in India and overseas. So eat your heart out, darling. You can't stop me.
Thank you for